Hello, Transformers fans and Omega Prime backers. We are so excited to be here with you today with a HasLab project update. So just in case you don't know who I am, hi, my name is Emily. I am going to be joining our lovely Evan today to walk you through the FEP stage of our Omega Prime HasLab.
Yep, this is our final engineering pilot. Some photos have already gotten out there, so we decided to kind of get this going to make sure. And yes, welcome to the team, Emily.
Thank you. I am very excited to be here, and as part of a kind of fun thing for me with this HasLab, because I haven't necessarily been on the development team for the entire process of the HasLab, this is all going to be as new for me as it is for all of you. So I have not seen this box before. I have not seen the product packed out. And so I get to be really, really excited about this with you guys. And I'm probably gonna ask you a lot of dumb questions.
Which is great, because otherwise this just would have been me quietly going, oh, yeah.
This lives in this box.
Yeah, exactly.
But so what we're gonna do is so this isn't going to be a full conversion video, but we will kind of walk you through the unboxing process for Omega Prime, and then he is packed out in vehicle modes, and then we will have him in bot modes that Evan has pre-converted, and we will bring out.
Yep.
Fabulous.
Yep. And then we have my originals from home as well, just to kind of sit here for scale.
Perfect.
But yeah.
And as a nice comparison to kind of say like, yes, the HasLab is both accurate and a delightful kind of plus up on the originals.
And covered in less dust, I think.
Perfect.
Yeah. So
I mean, we hope, fingers crossed.
Yeah.
All right, so this is kind of this is the box that our prototype was shipped in. So we will give her a little unboxing.
Well, let's turn it around real quick.
Oh, beautiful.
Just so everybody can see. So this will be the shipper, and this will be the box, obviously, and then it will have the corner protectors.
Perfect.
So, would you mind?
Yep. And we have made great strides with how we've been packing out HasLabs to make sure that they are arriving to you in as pristine of condition as humanly possible.
So let's get a look at this wonderful box. So the art that wraps around this was drawn by our good friend, Marcelo. So
thank you, Marcelo.
Yes.
Beautiful as always. And then just to note that yours will not have the prototype codes on it. That is just for our internal tracking.
Yes, it is. But yeah, we have all these wonderful illustrations, and then we have our renders on the back. Yeah, it's just a great looking box, I would say.
I really like it's cool to be able to see all of the different pieces on the back too.
Yes, definitely. And our wonderful renders.
Excellent. All right, let's open her.
So.
Beautiful.
Everybody be safe at home. I am using an X-Acto blade to cut open the tape.
That was very official. I liked it.
All right. So here's how we're going to start. So inside we have 4 boxes written in Cybertronian, which is just A, B, C, D.
Perfect.
So, just so everybody is aware. So you have A up here. So we're going to start with that.
Those are nicely Tetrised in too.
Yes.
Kudos to the packaging engineers.
Oh yeah, for sure. And then, how do you want to do this? Should we just get all boxes out at once?
Yeah, let's pull them all out, and then we can start opening one by one.
Yep.
Perfect. And then this is, so for any of you who have not seen this approach to HasLabs before, this is our kind of modular pack out for HasLabs. So this is our standardized approach to across all of our projects now, so that we can make sure that everything gets to you safe and sound.
All right, so where we're going to start actually is the big, wide, and flat one.
Perfect.
Just because it is marked with A, but inside here is your instructions. You have blue bolts, you have the Cybertronian Net Road display stand, and you have Cerebros down there.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Those are nicely fitted. And wait until you see how big the instructions are for these, because they're very impressive.
I call it I'm lost in Ohio map. So actually, yeah, here, we can whip that out real quick.
Tuck this over here just because we'll have a lot of boxes to open up and show.
Here we go. So
these are bonkers for instructions.
Okay.
They're beautiful.
Well, okay, you haven't really worked on a brand that has dealt much with instructions.
I sure haven't. This is absolutely amazing to me.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's Transformers in general. So obviously, this sheet is Optimus Prime and kind of like your basic setup. And then this sheet is Ultra Magnus and then also the conversion to Omega Prime. Obviously, because these guys are big and bulky and there's a lot to them, they're a little bit involved for their transformation steps.
This is so cool.
They are full color, obviously, to really help. But yeah,
These are beautiful and very, very nicely executed.
Yes, our instruction designer, she put in a lot of work to make this work.
This looks like an absolute ton of work. You guys are really going to enjoy this. You could frame these when you're done and they would be impressive for room artwork.
Maybe.
All right, gonna have to help me figure out which one is box B or 2.
Well, here, it doesn't matter.
All right, perfect.
We'll start with this one.
Excellent.
And inside, we have Optimus Prime. So you chose correctly.
Excellent.
So, as we talked about before, the vac metal pieces are going to be stored out separately, and you have to plop them on. This is obviously for its own protection, so that there's no scratching, no damage. Inside, you can see Optimus Prime is absolutely encased in a blister. And once we take him out, just like that, his blaster is hidden underneath. We were able to move that into this box, so everything for Optimus Prime is kind of in here. So here, set this box to the
Perfect.
side. All right.
Vac metal pieces out.
So you can see his super mode head was also encased in a blister for protection, and then we have this plastic wrap right here to protect the siren bars.
That's a very satisfying ratchet noise.
Oh, it's the good clicks. Yeah. Here, I'm gonna plop
Is the good clicks the official terminology for that?
Sure, why not? It's right up there with like kibble and everything else that we use. So, plopping those on. Got the back metal pieces on, and then we'll put on the blaster to be the bottom tire.
How long did it take you to learn how to do this from memory? Or because you had the toys growing up, was it just encased in your brain somewhere?
It was mostly encased in my brain. There are some slight differences with how this transforms compared to the original.
Okay.
Which Yuki called me out on once because Yuki is the Takara Tomy designer, who originally made these toys back in the day as well.
Fun.
So he came back to work on these. And I was converting this to look like the original, and there was a part where he's like, oh, you converted it in the old style. And I was like, oh, dang it. You're right, I did. But this is one where it's just like, if you know the original toy, it just goes right through.
Perfect.
Like you can just do it
Muscle
almost
memory.
Like, yeah, it's like riding a bike. So I'm gonna put him off to the side right there.
Beautiful.
And actually, you know what? Since we got him out, here, we're gonna show him in robot mode too. Now, here we go.
Beautiful.
Just so everybody can see him in his full painted glory. I know at CybertronCon it was actually up on display, so I hope everybody who went got to see what was leaked online, things like that.
Everything at CybertronCon looked absolutely gorgeous, so we hope that everybody has been able to kind of enjoy all the pictures and all of the reveals that came from that event.
Yeah. It was a good old event to celebrate 40 years of a brand. All right, but moving on to the next one real quick.
Perfect. All right, we're gonna chance it with the next box that's the same size.
Yeah, this is correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, we're doing it.
Yeah, so next up is Ultra Magnus. So this is how Ultra Magnus is packed out. So here are his vac metal pieces. It's essentially the front of the Omega Prime chest and then Omega Prime's like ear horns. I don't know.
Perfect.
We don't really have like a technical name for like
ear
these
horns
little like
seems
side
like
pieces.
the technical term. Yep.
But here we go. Ultra Magnus is packed out in his lovely blister, so he's good and protected.
And then there's nothing hiding in the bottom of that box for people to find?
Nope.
Okay, perfect.
No, his extra accessory is essentially Blue Bolts, who was in like our first white flat box. And then it's very easy to attach. Just right here, it just clicks right in. Just like that.
Ooh, shiny.
Vac metal.
Ooh.
That's a lost art. And then I'm not going to put these on right now because in order to put on the Omega Prime ears, you really have to kind of like plop everything out of the way. But I will go get his robot mode so everybody can go see that real quick.
Beautiful.
Thank you. Let me make sure that he's supporting himself. There we go. So yeah, everything I showed off in the EP1 video, he can still do, obviously. Still has his articulation, but now he's got all the deco. If you have any of our deluxe car bots, the tracks fold down. You can put a bunch of cars in him.
Fun!
Because he's a car-carrying truck, we wanted to make sure that we had that functionality in with him.
That's really cute.
Yeah, it is really cute. It's a lot of fun. And I guess the next big thing, which I say it's the big thing because it's bigger than the actual product.
The first time I saw this, I will admit I chuckled a little bit.
Everybody laughs when they see it.
It's so practical.
Yeah. So we have the Matrix Blade. So this was obviously our big tier unlock that everybody was super excited about. And everybody in the office who doesn't know anything about Transformers, and they always see this and they're like, what is that?
To be fair, it is a little ridiculous,
It
but
is.
sometimes when we get to work on really cool toys and really cool brands, every once in a while there's something that just kind of makes us all laugh a little bit, but we absolutely love it, and this is definitely one of those things.
Yeah, because it's just so much fun.
Yeah.
All right, so Matrix Blade is super easy to assemble. The cross guard pieces are the exact same, so it doesn't matter which one goes on the top and the bottom. You put one on, and then you can take the handle. It just slots right in like that. And then...
Okay, so basically it gets sandwiched between those
Yes,
two pieces.
just like that.
Got it. So you'll have to hold it in place a little bit when you're putting it in,
Yep.
just like Evan did.
But then,
Beautiful.
yeah.
That's really sturdy for something that big and that thin.
Yeah. So what we did is that we put metal rods in each individual piece so that we could give it as much strength as we could, because we
Perfect.
knew people were going to want to pose this out, right? And we can't obviously talk about that without actually showing off the combined form.
This is amazing.
So obviously here we have Omega Prime holding off the sword. Yeah, it's just a lot of fun, right? And I
It's
imagine
amazing.
this is kind of like the dream kind of pose that everybody has been wanting the original toy to do, but the original toy, which is absolutely fantastic, has just some issues of its time, I guess.
Yep.
So it wasn't built to be as sturdy as this one is. We made sure to kind of like add in a lot of those extra joints and strengths so that he can pose out, and just, yeah, I hope they just have a lot of fun with him.
And I think that that's also really nice, because if you have the original toy, you can still enjoy it for the kind of what it was at the time. And
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Now as a vintage toy, which I know hurts a little bit, but to, I know. But to be able to have them kind of hang out next to each other is really, really cool.
Yeah, I think so. And I hope everybody gets to enjoy it and play with it.
Perfect.
So we're just giving everybody a very quick and early look at it all. You know what? We didn't show off Blue Bolts and Cerebros real quick,
perfect.
so I'm just going to bring them in, just so everybody can make sure to see them as well.
Oh, he's so cute.
Yep. This was like our little gift to the fans, just for buying in and whatnot. He was a reference, and he showed up in the show. Kind of the penultimate, like, super secret thing that they were chasing in the entertainment.
So he was the super secret thing that backers were chasing for the campaign too.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
I'm sure that's exactly what everybody meant when this was going on to begin with.
Yep.
This is absolutely amazing. So like Evan mentioned, this is going to be shipping, which is very, very exciting for fans. We will be back kind of later on, closer to that ship date, with a full conversion video. It will take a little bit longer than this because, as you can see by those instructions, there's a lot of steps for these friends.
A little bit. I know fans are waiting because I mentioned in the EP1 video that, yes, there is a hidden mode to make sure that Omega Prime can wear the rest of Super Mode Optimus Prime's armor. It is what we're calling a fan mode, so it is not featured in our instructions, but it is built in. It is a feature that we will show off, but we'll show it off at a little bit of a later date.
Perfect. But
yeah.
this is such a cool kind of first look, and get to see, all right, so today got to see the packaging, got to see kind of our last pilot of our prototypes for our last stages, full deco, everybody's posed out, looks happy. I think that this looks really great, and we hope that you guys are really excited to get this and add it to your collection. Thank you guys so much for being Transformers HasLab backers, and we can't wait for what's coming up next, which may be sooner than you think.
Yeah, dropping some subtle hints.
Just a couple of hints, but we will be back with some new information. Perfect. Anything else, Evan?
No, I think that's everything, Emily.
right,
Thank you for joining me on this adventure.
Thank you for having me, and I'm very excited to be here and get to be part of the team. So thank you to everybody at home, and we will see you guys later. Bye.